Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to King and Queen of the Ring, live from Cleveland, Ohio, and kicking the night off, the Queen of the Ring Finals, SmackDown's Jaida Parker, going one-on-one with the Genius of the Sky, Raw's Io Sky.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Port St. Lucie, Florida, Jaida Parker.
What a match we have on tap. This is the bracket. This is what you see. Io's journey, Jaida's journey, here to the finals, here to see who will go on to Survivor Series to face their respective champions, whether that will be Thea Hale or Liv Morgan on the Raw side, or Lyra Valkyria over the SmackDown side if she's able to make it to SummerSlam as your WWE Women's Champion. Big opportunity here, big time matchup here for the former Women's NXT Champion Jaida Parker, who has made one hell of an impact on Friday Night SmackDown, inevitably finding her way here to the finals of the Queen of the Ring. But what a task she has in front of her, facing quite possibly one of the greatest WWE female performers in the history of this company, Io Sky, who also finds her way here in the finals. Io Sky has beaten a who's who to get through this tournament. Jade Cargill, Jordynne Grace, Stephanie Vaquer, not to ignore Jaida Parker's path, defeating Naomi, defeating Tiffany Stratton, defeating Paige in the semifinals. These two women, two of the very best on their brands respectively, find themselves here in the finals with the biggest opportunity on the line to be crowned the Queen of the Ring. Who will it be? The Genius of the Sky, Io Sky, or Jaida Parker? We find out next. Cleveland, Ohio is in store for a good one. Io Sky has been on a hell of a roll, not to ignore Jaida Parker, as well as the role she's been on since getting drafted to Friday nights. This Cleveland crowd firmly behind Io Sky. Referee Jessica Carr on the call here for this matchup. Big forearm strike from Io Sky opening up. Let's not have it be ignored. This is the SmackDown referee Jessica Carr. Could have some bias here, but hopefully she stays unbiased here for this terrific matchup, as Jaida Parker targeting the arm of Io Sky, which was targeted by Candice LeRae on Monday night. We saw Jaida Parker involve herself. Big slap to the midsection from Jaida Parker, and just dropping that hip down to the midsection. I thought she was going to step it afterwards, but obviously all business here tonight is Miss Parker, as Io Sky counters whatever Jaida had in mind there. Looking for a kick. Big shoulder tackle, taking down the Genius of the Sky, planting her down to the floor. We saw Jaida Parker attack Io Sky after her match against Candice LeRae on Monday, and obviously Io Sky paying it back in full on SmackDown. A receipt, some kids would call it. But we have to wonder, what did the effects of that match against Candice LeRae have on Io Sky? I mean, Candice LeRae did target the arm a lot of Io. We can see it. You can see a little bit of an arm patch job there on the left arm there on Io Sky. And she has that headlock chin lock cranked on Jaida Parker there. As she hits a big knee strike to the back of Jaida Parker. In full control here of this matchup is Io. Big double knee stomp. I wish we could see the action. If referee Jessica Carr was not in the way, who is in position for the count. 1, 2. Early 2 count there for Io Sky's too sweet. Obviously, previously mentioned, this Cleveland, Ohio crowd firmly behind the Genius of the Sky, who hits a big drop kick to the back of Parker. But Miss Parker right back up to her feet. Big forearm strike there from Io, but dodged there from Jaida Parker, and collar and elbow tie up, just looking to slow down the pace, which obviously is to the benefit of Jaida. Fast-paced action. You want to keep Io grounded. You want to keep her stalled out. As Io hits a big strike to the midsection, not showing any respect for Jaida after what Jaida has done to her in recent weeks. Irish whip off the ropes. Big drop kick to the knee of Miss Parker. Maybe that's what you got to do. Jaida Parker does have the power advantage. A big bruiser is Jaida Parker, and she would have that advantage over Io Sky when it gets grimy, when the fight gets a little dirty. That would be to Jaida's advantage, but Io Sky slowing the pace down here a little bit of strong style, big forearm strike there and following up with some kicks to the chest area. Multiple kicks driving Jaida right out of that corner. And Jaida Parker, who opened this matchup early with a flurry of offense, now finding herself reeling here in this matchup. But right as I say that, big counter knee strike to the mush and a big forearm to follow to Io Sky, returning some of that Japanese strong style. Returning it in tenfold, big drop kick exploding out of the corner. Here's Io Sky. My question is, when the match gets to that point where the tank is on E, who's gonna dig deep to find a will, to find a way to secure the crown, to secure the victory here in this tournament, and go on to SummerSlam to face their brand's respective world champion? As Jaida Parker perched up top, big right hand there from Io. High risk maneuver here in mind. Both women perched up to the top. Spanish fly from Io Sky. High risk maneuver pays off. Going for the cover. 1, 2. And Jaida Parker able to kick out at a count of 2 after what was a high risk, high paid off maneuver there from Io Sky with the Spanish fly. Jaida Parker reeling to the corner. And I don't think that's a safe spot for Io, throwing her out. Jaida Parker going in tow and just a big step-up kick there from Io. Going for a big forearm counter there from Jaida Parker. Jaida grabbing a hold of Io, looking for a suplex and dropping her down. Going for the cover here. Jaida Parker, sense of urgency kicking in. Going for the cover. Jaida Parker, position 1, 2. No too sweet. Cleveland obviously not behind Jaida. Jaida with another cover. And only getting a 1 count there. It takes a lot of energy to kick out of pinfalls. What? I don't even know what that is. Leg lariat there from Jaida Parker. Going for the cover, exploding out of nowhere. 1, 2. Oh, Jaida Parker. Almost crowned queen right there. Almost saw that WWE Women's Championship so close into her sights. Fight Forever chance ring out here in Cleveland in the dog pound. As Jaida Parker perches Io into that corner, but Io with a big counter, looking for a scoop and a slam there to Jaida. Going up top, maybe sensing the end is near, the over the moonsault from Io. And she got all of it on Jaida. Going for the cover. Io Sky sensing that the crown is hers. And a kick out from Jaida Parker, ever so close. Women's wrestling chants ringing out here in Cleveland. Big springboard dropkick. Io wasting no time. Not letting Jaida Parker breathe. And that's what you got to do. You got to stay on your opponent. Big palm strike there from Io. And the crowd cheering her on. Io calling for Jaida up to her feet. Io's drop kick missile style from the top. Going for the cover. This could be it. 1, 2. Kick out. Once again, a hard kick out there from Jaida Parker, who stays alive here in this matchup. Io Frankensteiner keeping the pressure on. Jaida Parker, I thought she was in the drop zone, but Io wanting to continue the pressure, wanting to ensure that Jaida Parker stays down. Hurricane Rana, another from the middle rope. Io Sky turning Jaida around, has waist control. Big step up knee strike. Shot after shot from Io. And Jaida, I don't know how many more shots that she has left to take here in this matchup. Big kick in the midsection there from Io. Bullet train attack, counter there from Jaida. Beautiful scouting from Jaida Parker. Io in position, reverse suplex from Jaida Parker. And Io in position for whatever the hell Jaida has in mind here. Big forearm strike there from Jaida. Jesus Christ, laying out Io Sky. And I'm surprised that wasn't enough. Jaida wants to hit hip. Not it, got it. Going for the pin. This could be it. Jaida Parker, crowned queen of the ring. 2. Oh, Jaida Parker could sense the crown sitting atop of her head, sensing that WWE Championship in her hands. Going for the suplex there. Falcon arrow, or a broken arrow, however you want to call it. Io Sky in seated position here for Miss Parker. Jaida Parker picking her up to kneeling position. Whatever Jaida has in mind, it cannot be good for Io. Big clothesline lariat. Io felt all of it. Jaida with still wrist control. 2. Another one still with wrist control. And a third lariat for Io Sky. Pinfall. Forearm draped across the face. Only a 2 count there. Jaida has to be wondering what the hell it is that she has to do to keep the Genius of the Sky down. Oh my lord. The stomps to Io. Maybe frustration setting in. Looking for a spine buster. Io counter. Roll up. Looking for the pinner. Looking to steal it. Go for the cover. 1, 2. Jaida turning it over. 1, 2. Nice counter there from Jaida. Not enough to get the victory though. Io crawling into the corner. Jaida trying to hype herself up. Trying to find a way to finish this match. Big hip attack in the corner. Stomping a mudhole and walking it dry. Io, big kick to the, I think the arm there, counter there. Irish whip into the corner. Io Sky getting the back of Jaida Parker. Io off the Jaida trying to get the rope. Io Sky, Chaos Theory, German suplex with the cover stacked. 1, 2, kick out from Jaida. What is it that either woman have to do to be crowned queen of the ring? I will ever know. But Io up to the top and is near over the moonsault. Jaida moves out of the way. Had it perfectly scouted, maybe playing possum off the ropes. No, not off the ropes, to the outside. Big forearm counter there from Io. Back in the ring, Io. Big chop there from Jaida. Io able to catch the chop off the ropes. Irish whip. Frankensteiner to Jaida Parker. Io picking Jaida back up to her feet. Has her in a fireman's carry. What does Io have in mind here? Io with the air raid crash. Io Sky up to the top with the frog splash to Jaida Parker. She's done everything, but can this be it? 1, 2, and Io Sky gets it done. And it's crowned queen.
Here is your winner, Io Sky.
What a match between these two. Jaida Parker with nothing to be ashamed of, but Io Sky crowned queen of the ring. And awaits to see who she will face at SummerSlam in the main event between Thea Hale and Liv Morgan. What a victory for the Genius of the Sky. This year's queen of the ring. What a night it has already been here at King and Queen of the Ring, live from Cleveland, Ohio. But now let's have ourselves a hoss fight, ladies and gentlemen. Big Mommy Cool going one-on-one with the Juggernaut. Raquel Rodriguez taking on Jordynne Grace. What a fight this one should be.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Raquel Rodriguez.
Cleveland does not like them some Raquel Rodriguez. I can tell you what, she's getting booed out of the building, brother, and for good reason. The impact that her and Liv have made here on Monday Night Raw already has been felt tenfold, and this woman has felt it especially.
And her opponent from Austin, Texas, Jordynne Grace.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez costing Jordynne Grace her spot in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Effectively, allowing Io to pretty much move on in the tournament. Jordynne Grace had a one-pinning Jade Cargill, but Raquel Rodriguez pulling the referee out of the ring, and Liv Morgan attacking like a rabid dog, hitting Oblivion and costing Jordynne Grace, inevitably costing her the match. And Jordynne Grace has been on a warpath ever since, really wanting to get her hands on Liv Morgan, but first has to get past the muscle, her bodyguard, Raquel Rodriguez. And if you would have told me a few months ago that a crowd would actively be behind Jordynne Grace since she's debuted, the path that she's been on, aligning herself with Molly Holly and the things that she's done to Thea Hale, the thing that she's done to Sophie Everett, if you would have told me that a crowd would be behind Jordynne Grace, listen to Cleveland right now, actively cheering for Jordynne Grace, chanting her name, I would say you are insane. But here we are. few months later, and the crowd is behind Jordynne Grace, and they want to see Jordynne Grace put the boots to Raquel Rodriguez. These two women, absolute powerhouses and athletes of their own, as we see Raquel Rodriguez putting that strength on display. Big shoulder tackle, taking down the juggernaut. And I didn't think we would see a lot of collar and elbow tie-ups out of these two women, but here we are. Jordynne Grace showing she will not be overpowered. Just chucking Raquel Rodriguez straight to the floor. Showing off that strength advantage and just shoving her down again. Who has the advantage in terms of strength? I mean, it looks like Jordynne Grace has more strength tenfold over Raquel Rodriguez. Just shoving her to the ground 2 times. Maybe this is a pride thing with these two tying up, seeing who is the strongest between the two, as Jordynne Grace has waist control over Raquel Rodriguez and has been in firm control since the opening bell here. I was about to say opening tip because of basketball. As Jordynne Grace with a big counter there, with a snapmare and a chin lock, headlock right there, and just laying it in on Jordynne Grace, who is writhing, trying to find any possible way to get out of it, out of these big muscles from Big Mommy Cool, or Big Sexy Cool, however you want to call her. She calls herself both, to be honest. She's a dog. Tonight is all about the Tejana Bomb versus the Juggernaut Driver. Which one prevails? Raquel hits a cover and only gets a 1 count. Got to do a lot more to keep down the Juggernaut, who has been very impressive since hitting the scene on Monday Night Raw. If you were going to pick somebody else, Jordynne Grace has a big takedown and just mounting some fists on Raquel Rodriguez. But I mean, Molly Holly, to her credit, she picked a hell of a muscle to have shadowing her. And Jordynne Grace, if you're going to have anybody shadowing you, you pick the Juggernaut. And she has been as dominant as ever, besides that one Queen of the Ring loss and the loss at Roadblock against Sophia Everett. But she has been dominant otherwise, draping the neck area of Raquel Rodriguez across those ropes. And obviously for Raquel and Liv, their night is not done, as Liv Morgan faces Thea Hale later tonight in the main event for the Women's World Championship. Thea Hale's Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan will probably come out with that championship later tonight, but it will not be of her property, as she is still somehow absconded with the championship even after being attacked on Monday night. She didn't bring the championship with her, intelligently, I guess, if you really think about it. As Jordynne Grace gets caught in the air, maybe looking for a crossbody, but Raquel, that power coming into play there and just driving her down to the mat. And showing off again, Raquel Rodriguez just chucking Jordynne Grace like a slab of meat, fall away slam. But Jordynne Grace popping back up to her feet, big draw breaker. I mean, there may not be a power advantage, but damn sure is a size advantage between the two women. What Jordynne Grace has in strength, she lacks in height. And I mean, she makes up for it, that's for sure. Big open palm slap there from Jordynne, counter there from Raquel. And getting a running start, big body splash, but counter there from Jordynne, able to move out of the way, forearm missed, but a spinning back fist connects, that's for damn sure. Jordynne Grace fighting back into this matchup after being not outpowered for long. Deadlift powerbomb from Jordynne Grace. What the hell? She turned it into a Death Valley Driver. That was sick. What the hell? 1, 2. Kick out from Raquel. I've never seen that. Kick out from Raquel Rodriguez. That was awesome. What the hell? Dude, that was sick. Jordynne Grace. Big kick in the gut. Juggernaut Driver. Got all of it. Middle of the ring. 1, 2. Kick out from Raquel, who is retreating to the apron. Getting hit with a lot of offense here early on. Jordynne Grace not wasting any time. Going right on the apron. Big right hand. And a backbreaker on the apron. God damn. That's the hardest part of the ring. Jordynne Grace not done yet. Deadlift German on the outside on the padded concrete floor. Just kicking Raquel in the gut, telling her to get her ass up. You wanted this. You involved yourself in the business of Jordynne Grace, and you will feel the wrath of the Juggernaut. Just throwing Raquel much like a piece of meat, much like Raquel did to Jordynne earlier in the matchup. What the hell is Jordynne Grace doing? Running start here for Jordynne Grace. Big spinning back fist. Don't know why she had to get a running start to do that, but she did it. Calling for Raquel Rodriguez to get up to her feet. Suicide dive is missed. Raquel sensed it coming, moving out of the way, and just chucking Jordynne Grace like she's nothing. Big elbow drop on the outside here to Jordynne Grace from Raquel Rodriguez and just throwing her. Trying to catch her breath is Raquel after getting hit with a lot of offense from the Juggernaut. Big boot! We saw that a couple of weeks ago from Jordynne Grace, or from Raquel rather, after the tag team match. A huge big boot. Boos raining upon Raquel right now, who is sensing that the end is near for Jordynne Grace, and gets her high up, looking for the Tahana Bomb, planting her. The end for Jordynne Grace has come. Kick out from the Juggernaut. But Jordynne Grace planted with a clothesline. Boos raining upon Raquel as Cleveland, loving what they're seeing in terms of the match quality, at least, yelling out that they're not worthy to witness this matchup. And goddamn it, I feel the same sentiment. These two women giving their best shots to one another, not enough to plant the other. You got to. I mean, any normal woman is not going to put down the other. Maybe it will take a Raquel to put down a Jordynne Grace. Maybe it will take a Jordynne Grace to put down a Raquel. Big counter there from Jordynne Grace, elbow to the midsection. Driving her to that corner. Off the turnbuckle pad, Jordynne Grace getting a big running head start. Big clothesline. We've seen her do this to numerous opponents, especially in Thea Hill and Sophia Everett at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Not enough to keep down Raquel Rodriguez. What the hell? God damn it! God damn it! What the hell is... I mean, you had to imagine with Raquel out here, Liv Morgan would show her face eventually. She has the main event match later tonight. What the hell is she doing out here? Liv Morgan, she's in the ring! Liv Morgan, recoil! Or codebreaker, however you're feeling. Recoil codebreaker to Jordynne Grace. Raquel Rodriguez. What the hell? Looking to steal it with the pin. 1, 2. God damn it! Jordynne Grace and Liv Morgan.
Here is your winner, Raquel Rodriguez.
And look at Liv Morgan. As happy and giddy as ever that she helped Raquel steal this match. God damn it! Liv Morgan and Raquel do it again. Hell of a night it's been here at King and Queen of the Ring, and we're just getting started. Psycho Sally taking on Blair Davenport.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Las Vegas, Nevada, Psycho Sally.
This is Psycho Sally's... well, technically she's been on some PLEs, but this is her technical first official debut on a PLE as a main roster superstar. And what a hell of a match it will be against Blair Davenport, who has been ruthless. And, I mean, probably will be... I mean, she promised hell and fury Monday night after Psycho Sally cost Blair Davenport an opportunity for the Money in the Bank match next month. But Psycho Sally, man, kudos to her. Sticking up for her mentor, sticking up for someone who helped her a lot through her career in Sophia Everett, and looking to get back a measure of revenge in her honor here tonight in Cleveland, Ohio. But Blair Davenport, I don't know if, for Psycho Sally, I don't know if this is the time to pick a fight with the top guy, Gene.
And her opponent from Wellington, New Zealand, Blair Davenport.
Blair Davenport is a woman who will not be stopped to get what she wants. And if you are in her way, she will move you. Especially as of late. Since exiting the Dominion and effectively ending the Dominion, she's been as ruthless as ever. I mean, you've seen what she's done to Psycho Sally. You've seen what she's done to Sophia Everett. You've seen what she's done to... she did that to somebody else, I'm forgetting. Thea Hale. See what she's done to Blair. Bianca. See what she's done to Jordynne. I don't know if this is the smartest thing in the world for Psycho Sally to get involved with here. I mean, you got to give her props for sticking up for her mentor Sophia, but at what point is enough enough? You know, at what point are you satisfied with what you've done in the honor of Everett? I guess tonight we find out when she goes one-on-one with Blair Davenport. for Blair, I mean, Money in the Bank match, not in her future. World Championship even further away from her view, thanks to the woman that will stand across from her in a matter of moments here. My thoughts, or her thoughts, that are running through her head, I imagine, are that she is going to kill this little girl. But Psycho Sally, I mean, a former NXT Women's Champion, has been through hell and back down there in NXT and start off with an arm drag, cartwheel into a drop kick. I mean, not to be underestimated is Psycho Sally going for a cover. You know, people look at Psycho Sally and think, think less of her. I mean, she's a hardcore wrestler, brother. She's a former NXT Women's Champion. And she has gone to hell and back to win that championship and hold on to that championship. So imagine what she'll do here on the main roster. Future bright as hell for this little young lady. But Blair Davenport looking to cut it short here tonight. She gets Psycho Sally at a seated position here, and a big boot counter there from Sally. Counter there from Blair. Opening with a combination of strikes, tilt-a-whirl, arm drag. There from Sally, driving Blair Davenport to the ground. Calling for Davenport to get up to her feet. Into a collar and elbow tie-up. Blair Davenport driving Sally across those ropes. Obviously overpowering the young whippersnapper. Big right hand cheap shot there from Blair. Much to the chagrin of this Cleveland audience, who is firmly behind Sally. Targeting the arm is Blair Davenport. Big right elbow counter there from Psycho. Big drop kick. Wrenching the arm first. Oh, I don't know what the hell she was looking for there, but whatever it was, Blair countered it. Big super kick from Blair Davenport, who goes to the top. Not often does she do high-risk maneuvers. Double foot. Jesus, that was stiff. Double foot stomp to the midsection of Psycho Sally. Calling for Sally to get up. Blair Davenport with bad intentions in mind. Double foot stomp to the back of the head. Counter there from Psycho Sally, who's done her homework. Looking for a roundhouse kick, but counter there from Blair and Way. Calling for the Kamagoye, maybe. Combination of strike, step up knee, super kick. Another one to Psycho Sally. But right back up to her feet with a Hurricane Rana. As if she took it on the chin. Targeting the arm. Standing moonsault there for Psycho Sally into the cover. Not enough to keep her down for a 3 count, though. But again, pinfalls tired out your opponent. It's a smart move to do. Drop down. Leap. Oh my God, no leapfrog. Catching Blair Davenport with the Psycho kick. And not even going for the pin. Blair Davenport get up to her feet. Kamagoye on the bridge of the nose. This match could end early here, ladies and gentlemen. Blair Davenport has it measured. Severance! Oh, Psycho Sally has done her homework. Obviously being targeted with severance multiple times by Blair Davenport. Countered. Yinsaguri. Calling for Blair to get up to her feet. Psycho Sally with something off the... What the hell? Springboard Hurricane Rana. Oh my God, that kip up was crazy. Going for the cover. 1. Only a 1 count there, not enough to keep Blair Davenport down. But again, a pinfall will tire out your opponent. It's a smart maneuver to keep going for the pin, even though you know you're not going to get a 3 count. Off the ropes. Tornado kick counter. Drop kick to the side of the head after the tornado kick counter there from Blair Davenport. Right back on the attack. Powerbomb position. Counter from Psycho Sally. Going for another pin. Oh, foot on the ropes. Not afraid to play dirty. 1. Oh, only a 1 count there for Sally. Blair Davenport. Wait a minute. Spanish fly. Spanish fly. Standing Spanish fly. 1, 2. Oh, kick out from Blair. That was almost it right there. That would have been a huge win for the former NXT Women's Champion, Psycho Sally. Going for a chop there. Counter there from Blair Davenport. Multiple strikes and a big Yakuza kick. And I think Blair Davenport is done playing around. She's done playing with her food. She's done letting Sally hang around. Getting her in the middle of the ring. Blair Davenport just driving her head right off the mat. Jesus, this ain't ballet, ladies and gentlemen. That ain't pretty. Driving her head into the mat there in the middle of the ring. Sally Kamagoye, Jesus! Going for the cover. 1, 2. Not enough to fight the resilience, the determination, the will, the strength of Psycho Sally, able to continue on with this matchup, kicking out of the Kamagoye. I think all that did was piss Blair Davenport off. Big DDT after a combination of strikes. Sally trying to find some breath, and Blair Davenport just reveling in it, reveling in the boos of this Cleveland audience. I mean, maybe taking too much time here. Drop kick to the leg of Sally. Hasn't really targeted all match, but enough obviously to have Sally writhing in pain there. As Blair Davenport in the corner, maybe measuring for severance, but maybe too close, wanting to get some distance, maybe getting more of a running start. Jesus Christ, that boot looked insane. Dissecting the body of Sally here. Just wrenching on the fingertips and driving double knees into the sternum, into the back area. Blair Davenport trying to get something going out of this corner here, calling for Sally to get up to her feet. Measuring her opponent. Bad intentions in mind. Irish whip into the corner. Blair Davenport, big step up kick. That Sally is out on her feet. Blair Davenport looking for that double foot stomp that she looked for earlier in the match and got it all of it this time. I think Sally has bitten off a little bit more than she could chew. She put up a hell of a fight. Body splash to the back. She put up a hell of a fight, but at the end of the day, the top guy, Jean. Wait a minute! Psycho Sally finding some life in this matchup. Jawbreaker into an arm drag. Drop kick. Or double, I guess, missile drop kick. Or maybe not a missile, but just a drop kick in general. Front drop kick, that's the word I was looking for. Sally calling for Blair to get up to her feet. Looking for something on the apron here. Roll through. What the hell was that? Roll through, kick in the gut, I guess. And these two women trading blows here in the middle of the ring. Right hand from big slap from Blair Davenport. Psycho Sally not to beat this. Intimidated, returning slaps to Blair. These two women slapping the living hell out of one another. Holy bro. Blair Davenport countered and countering on her own. Another slap. Big chop. Another chop. These two women going blow for blow, not to be outdone by one another. Big step up, Yitzhaguri, from Blair Davenport. And dragging the lifeless body of Psycho Sally to the middle of the ring. Maybe gonna look for severance and finish this matchup off. Blair Davenport measuring her. Severance! Cutting the head of Psycho Sally off. And effectively ending this matchup finally. Not to be outdone, or rather not to be ashamed, is Psycho Sally. Put up a hell of a fight, but not enough to win this match. And I mean, she put up a fight all the way up until the end. At the end of the night, Blair Davenport did what she set out to do, and that's put a rookie in their place. Jesus Christ. I mean, just punishment that Sally took on in this matchup from Blair Davenport, wearing the wounds of war. And what the hell is Blair Davenport doing? No! God damn it! Somebody get out! No! Blair Davenport driving the head of Psycho Sally off the apron. Somebody needs to get out here and stop this lunatic Psycho Sally in the steps. God damn it, somebody needs to get out here and stop this. She's lost her goddamn mind. Steel chair in hand. God damn it. Shot after shot with this chair. She's lost her goddamn mind. Psycho, Jesus Christ. That chair. Look at the chair. Look at the chair. Just torn apart. And brutalized the Psycho Sally. And I'm not carrying Sally's body like it's roadkill. What the hell is Blair Davenport doing here? What the hell is Blair Davenport doing? Jesus Christ! Hurling the lifeless body of Psycho Sally at that metal post. Just, not done. Taking apart the announcer. Somebody needs to get out there. She's gone and she's lost her goddamn mind. Oh, Sally's busted open. Sally is busted open. Sally is bleeding. Kamakoye! God damn it, this is a message. Not to anyone in the back, but to a certain someone who may be watching at home. This is a message from the top guy, Shane. Somebody needs to Blair Davenport. God damn it, Falcon Eric from the announcer's table. God damn it. Someone stop this lunatic. She's lost her goddamn mind, is what she's done. Brutalizing Psycho Sally. Someone needs to get the EMTs out here, God damn it. Why is no one sending help? Back at King and Queen of the Ring here in Cleveland, Ohio. Hopefully we can get a word about Psycho Sally's medical condition later on in the night. But now we have the King of the Ring finals, a matchup that I'm most looking forward to here on this night. Penta against Jacob Frost. King of the Ring finals. What a matchup. This should be against two of the very best in the tournament, two of the very best in the world. And there can only be one crowned king.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Zacatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, Penta!
Hell of a journey it has been for Penta. Going through Jacob Fatu and AJ Styles and inevitably Ilya Dragunov in the semifinals. For Jacob Frost, able to overcome his demons in Adam Cole and LA Knight. And then going up against the Intercontinental Champion, a hell of a challenger in Pete Dunne. These two find themselves in the finals of the King of the Ring with an opportunity at possibly Obafemi, at possibly CM Punk. Whether it's Penta, whether it's Frost here in the King of the Ring finals, we will find out who will be the one to be crowned king and go on to SummerSlam to face their respective champions. This match has potential to be a show stealer. Penta against the Punisher. What a special one we have here in Cleveland.
And his opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds, the Punisher,
Jacob Frost, a former world champion, a former Universal / WWE champion. Penta not being able to win his not being able to have a championship here in WWE, considering he just came into the company, not winning his first championship. This is his opportunity to finally get a championship here in WWE. These two with a lot on the line. Frost looking ahead, looking at Obafemi, looking at the mountaintop, looking up at Oba with the World's Championship and wanting to be the one to knock him off his perch. Penta seeing CM Punk, seeing the WWE champion, looking like money, wanting to go up against him at SummerSlam to the champion's obligement. I don't know if that's a word. CM Punk welcoming the challenge of Penta at SummerSlam if he's able to get it done here tonight. Big fight feel in the building between these two competitors, I'll tell you what. I mean, two men that have somehow, some way not been able to cross paths up until this point. We heard it on Monday. Frost laying out the stakes, laying out the level of importance of this matchup between the two. And Penta is telling everybody, telling the world what is on the line for him on Friday night. And we find out who is the one to be crowned here tonight as we go into a collar and elbow tie-up between these two who have high respect for one another. Obviously, a very big difference between the Queen of the Ring match earlier between Io Sky and Jaida Parker, who obviously neither of them have pretty much high respect for one another. Io Sky inevitably coming out on top with the Raw side being crowned Queen of the Ring. Big super kick counter there from Frost as these two hitting a combination of strikes early on here. Backbreaker. Keeping hold, another backbreaker, and a trifecta of backbreakers to Penta from Jacob Frost. Referee Jessica Carr on tap here for this matchup. And Jacob Frost targeting the arm, targeting maybe the wrist, the hand of Penta. You know, that he does that cero miedo taunt. I don't know why he's targeting that arm, but he's targeting that arm and driving some fists into the, stomps into the chest of Jacob Frost. We know this is going to be a hard-hitting affair, a hard-hitting contest between these two men with everything on the line here to be crowned king. In the corner, driving Penta, big chest chop, another chop to the chest. Frost winding up, big European uppercut, getting a running head start. And into that backbreaker. God, I love that move. Into a senton, trying to keep the momentum, trying to keep the offense high octane, trying to keep the pace into his favor. And throwing Penta out of the ring, dismissing him from the ring. Into a tope con hilo. Penta getting hit with a high amount of offense here. Frost not letting him breathe. And that, to be fair, that is the smart thing to do when you face an opponent like Penta. Uranagi onto the barricade. And perching up on the barricade. Frost, high-risk maneuver, moonsault. Showing off the athleticism. Penta not getting a chance to breathe here. And Frost throwing him into the ring. Calling for Penta to get up to his feet. Springboard dropkick counter there, Penta. Finding a moment to get back into this matchup. Roll up. He can steal it here very early on. One. Oh, kick out there from Frost. Penta trying to catch Frost slipping as Frost was hitting him with a high octane. Big leg kick there from Penta. Big slap there. Right hand from Penta. Right hand from Frost. These two men trading blows here in the ring. I'm so used to calling women's matches, bro. Big chop from Penta. Chop returning these two men not to be outdone. Look at these two. Look at them. How quickly they're returning these chops. Penta says, strike me. Frost says, no, you bring it here. These two men trading blows. King of the ring on the line. Combination of strikes. Frost, neither men winning that exchange, but Frost with the combination of strikes. Maybe looking for the ice sculpture there, but counter there from Penta. Looking for a super kick. Discus forearm. Jesus. Driving Penta straight to the ground. Deadlift, air crate, neck breaker. Top rope moonsault there from Frost, but Penta able to move out of the way. Penta sizing up, super kick to Frost. A lot of offense being done here from both men. It's kind of hard for me to keep up, bruv. Can't lie. Frost on the apron, maybe playing possum, lying in wait. Springboard dropkick able to hit at that time on Penta. What the hell is Frost looking for here? What the hell? Gator roll? Wait a minute. No, not a gator roll. Falcon arrow! That was sick, actually. Into what the hell is this? Frost, fisherman brainbuster! Oh my lord! Falcon arrow into a fisherman brainbuster is crazy. Into a frog splash! And going for the cover, sensing that this is enough damage to Penta. 1, 2. Penta kicking out. Very close there to being crowned king was Frost. Getting Penta up to his feet. Penta showing no fear thus far here in this matchup. Springboard, sling blade there from Penta. Countering a combination of strikes there from Frost, but Frost trying to catch Penta slipping. Going for the pinfall. 1. Oh, only a 1 count there for Frost. Frost, sling blade of his own, return to Penta. Springboard, oh my god, BME, counter there from Penta. These two men going counter for counter. They've done their homeworks. That's what the greats do. They study the tape. Discus forearm there to Penta. Frost looking for it one more time. BME countered there from Penta again. Shout out to Christopher Daniels. Counter the back elbow to Penta. Poison rod, a springboard. What the hell? Calling for Penta up to his feet. Forearm. Another forearm. Frost firing up. Sling blade finishing it off. Feeding off of this Cleveland crowd. Frost with the ice sculpture. Going for a pinfall. 1, 2. Kick out. Kick out from Jacob Frost. Looking for the end. Frost bite, knee strike, got all of it to Penta. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Penta. Oh my God, he just swing at Jessica Carr? He's wondering what he's asking Jessica Carr if that was a 2 or a 3? Maybe sense of frustration setting in. Penta counter, forearm strike off the ropes. Drop down, no drop down. What the hell is this? Arm drag. That was kind of nifty. Super kick counter there from Frost. Telling Penta, you're going to have to do a lot better than that. Combination of strikes. Have to turn the Penta around. Pele kick. And Frost trying to find a way to keep Penta down. Penta. Frost in position. Scoop and a slam. Penta trying to find his way back into this matchup. Big palm strike. Looking for a forearm counter. Jawbreaker there from Frost. Palm strike there from Penta. Palm strike from Frost. Palm strike from Penta. Chop from Penta. I don't know what's going on. So much is happening. I'm throwing through a loop. These two men trading chops. Big slap there from Penta. Slap return from Frost. Chop counter. Slap counter. Frost telling you to bring it, bitch. Frost returning the strikes. These two men, king of the ring on the line. Counter. Combination of strikes from Frost. Into German? No, backdrop driver from Penta. Or not from Penta, from Frost. Yeah, I'm so thrown through a loop. Frostbite knee. One more time. What? Frost is not done. Looking for it. Got Penta up. Looking for the permafrost driver. Frostbite knee strike wasn't enough. Last time looking for it. 2. Frost wondering just what I'm wondering. What the hell is it? Hey, he has to do to keep this man Penta down for a 3 count. Pentagon Jr., what the hell is he doing? With the Penta driver! He got the Penta driver! 1, 2, Frost 2.9. What the hell do these two men have to do to keep one another down? Irish whip, countered from Frost. Driving Penta off that rope. Driving him down to the floor, hard way style. Frost pumping himself up off the ropes. Looking to go high risk. Suicide dive. Suicide dive. To Penta. Frost. Irish whip. Into the barricade. Uranagi. Saw that previously in the match. Earlier in the matchup when he hit that combination of strikes early on. German suplex into the barricade. Good God. Frost trying to do whatever to keep Penta down. Referee at a count of 6, getting him into the ring. Jacob Frost putting Penta in position. Deadlift, German suplex. Not letting a moment's rest. Deadlift, powerbomb into a knee strike. Frostbite knee. Into a deadlift air raid. Deadlift air raid neck breaker. Top rope, moonsault. Calling for the end. Hitting Penta with everything he's got left. Penta perched up on the top. What the hell does Frost have in mind here? No way! Top rope permafrost driver! Going for the cover. 1, 2. What does this man have to do? Penta, never say die. Saddle, miedo. He will not stay down. Frost, sensing he has one more left in him. Eye sculpture. Calling for Penta to get up to his feet. Frostbite knee strike for the 3rd time in this match, and it does it. It finally keeps Penta down. And Frost is crowned king. What a match between these two warriors, these two combatants. And Frost exchanging a hand, extending a hand out of respect to Penta, who returns it. Absolute respect between these two men who put it all on the line here in Cleveland for the right to be crowned king, for the right to go to SummerSlam to face, well, I guess for Frost now to have a date with Destiny, the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war, Oba Femi. What a match, hell of a contest between these two gladiators. Wait, look at the ring, what the hell? It's Aleister Black! What the hell? Missed Jacob Frost, what the hell? Aleister Black! And thank God for Penta, because it could have got a lot worse there. But Aleister Black on the attack, not even letting Frost have his moment. For weeks, Aleister Black has been poking and prodding, and tonight is no different.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's World Championship.
Main event time, ladies and gentlemen. Liv Morgan taking on the Women's World Champion, Thea Hale. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. That is Liv Morgan with the Women's World Championship. She has held it since Arcadia, when she hit the scene and attacked Thea Hale after her successful championship defense, and has had a hold of that championship ever since. She is not the champion, but tonight she walks in with the gold in her hands. The question is, will she be walking out of Cleveland with the Women's World Championship? If she has it her way, that will come to fruition. But Thea Hale, the ever-so-fighting champion, who successfully defended her Women's World Championship at Arcadia against three of the very best that Raw has to offer, Bianca Belair, Blair Davenport, Jordynne, even successfully defended her championship against Bianca the night after WrestleMania, maybe thanks to Julia, but successfully defended it nonetheless. Tonight she will have to do it again, this time without coming in with the championship. She will have to show Liv Morgan that championship, you may have it in your possession, but that does not make you a champion. What makes you a champion is the fighting spirit that you have every time you step through those ropes. What makes you a champion is the will and determination to fight and keep fighting. The question is, will Thea Hale be able to prove it? She's done it. She's done it so far. Can she do it for one more night? As this Cleveland crowd behind her every step of the way. I think. I think I heard a little bit of booze scattered in there. Maybe this is a Liv Morgan crowd. I don't know. I don't know. We gotta wait until she talks to see if this is a Liv Morgan crowd or not. Let's see. Oh no, she's over, brother. This crowd is behind Thea every step of the way. Granted, they might like them some Liv Morgan too. It's going to be one hell of a contest for sure. Thea Hale's been fighting an uphill battle ever since Arcadia, trying to get her hands back on her World's Championship. You're getting some wise words from Mick Foley. And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest prize possession in this industry, the Women's World Championship. Let's send it down to Mike Rome for the championship introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan. And her opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the WWE Women's World Champion, Thea Hale.
Tonight may be the night, will tonight be the night that Thea Hale finally gets her World Championship back in her possession. Or maybe was Liv Morgan right this entire time and she just held the Women's Championship because inevitably it was going to become hers anyway. Referee Jessica Carr on the call here for this World's Championship matchup, and Thea Hale opening with a big chop and targeting that arm immediately. We saw Thea Hale tap out Liv Morgan just this last Monday, and already right back on the attack of that arm. So young is Thea Hale, but so smart is she at her young age here in this game. Calling for Liv Morgan to get up to her feet. Pushing her across that apron, across those ropes. Irish whip. And just taking her out with a big cross body. Thea Hale she's letting out a lot of frustration that she's felt in recent weeks since Liv Morgan has arrived here on Monday nights. Big senton. Whoa, cross body. I thought it was a senton. Whoa, Liv Morgan, what the hell? Cartwheel, or not a cart. I don't even know what to call that, but tilt-a-whirl hit scissors. Off the rope springboard style, brother. Calling for Thea Hale to get up to her feet. Irish whip off the ropes. Ooh, what the hell was that? Whatever she was going for, I think she went for it a little bit too early there. Collar and elbow tie out to maybe slow down the pace. These two, it is a feeling out process. The first time these two have ever faced off. In a one-on-one match, that is. As Liv Morgan has back control, but Thea Hale countering. I don't think you want to get into a mat wrestling contest with Thea Hale. Someone who is very equipped in this environment. Obviously taking training from likes of Andre and Duke Hudson. Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. Obviously the teachings of Chase U. And getting some pointers from Mick Foley and also some pointers from William Regal. She's taken a lot of teachings from a lot of people and applied them. And it inevitably led to her becoming Women's World Champion. She's doing something right. As Liv Morgan has a headlock locked in here and just taking it in, just applying pressure on it. Thea Hale able to get up to her feet. Trying to find some fight out of this. I'm trying to find some way out of this. Raquel Rodriguez victorious earlier in the night, along with Io Sky being crowned Queen of the Ring. And I'm sure she has a close eye on this matchup here to see who it is she could possibly be facing at SummerSlam. Jacob Frost crowned King of the Ring as well earlier in the night, along with Blair Davenport with a victory over Psycho Sally, who she brutally attacked after the matchup. Still awaiting medical updates on Psycho Sally. As Thea Hale hits a big kick, counter there from Liv Morgan, looking for an enziguri, counter there from Thea Hale, who hits a big roundhouse kick. Irish whip off the ropes from Ooh, not off the ropes, to the outside of the ring. That just shows the aggression from Thea Hale here tonight. Big stiff kick to the midsection. And a rolling senton by Liv Morgan, able to get her knees up. And that is the experience. But wait, maybe Thea Hale was playing possum. And somehow they're back in the ring, trading blows. What the hell? Big chop from Thea. Irish whip off the ropes. And Liv Morgan saying, hell no, I'm not letting you do this to me. Wait, where the hell is she going? This is a championship match. You know you're not the champion, right? You don't have championship advantage. Oh wait, she was playing possum. Suckering in Thea Hale, using the youth and inexperience to her advantage. Or I guess the experience, the youthfulness of Thea Hale taking advantage of her inexperience. As Liv Morgan finds herself right back here in this matchup, grabbing a handful of hair, but not just yet. Is Thea Hale out of this matchup? Big drop kick to the back. I don't know what she was doing there until I didn't know what she was cooking until inevitably she locked in. And Thea Hale breaking the count, wanting to beat Liv Morgan the right way, wanting to enact more pain on Liv Morgan. Not feeling that she got enough vengeance for the hell that Liv Morgan has put her through in recent weeks. Got the knees up. Again did Liv Morgan on that senton. Big drop kick. Jesus. There was a lot behind that too. Handful of hair throwing Thea Hale right back into the ring. And Thea may be in trouble. Thea. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Liv Morgan, crucifix bomb! Rolling her up for the cover. One. Kick out from Thea Hale. That's better. That sounds more better. Thea Hale. I don't know why I'm saying Thea. Right hand from Liv Morgan in the back. Backstabber. Appropriately named. Liv Morgan up to the top. Looking for no good things can come from your opponent being up to the top. Drop kick missile style. High risk maneuver paid off there for Morgan. Had to clear my throat there. Liv Morgan, big kick in the gut. We're looking to get a little bit of a throwback here. 2-on-1 face breaker. Liv Morgan, sensing the end is near, calling for Thea to get up to her feet. Oblivion. I think Thea Hale's been on the receiving end of that one too many times, seeing it coming. Drop down, Irish whip, leapfrog, no leapfrog. What the hell is this? German! Maintaining waist control, Thea Hale. Another German. Maintaining waist control once more. Another German suplex. Series of German suplexes from Thea Hale. Lying in wait, senses, hell yeah, from Thea. Inevitably, that help her retain the championship. 1, 2. Oh. That maneuver finished off Bianca Belair at Arcadia. Calling for Liv to get up. Thea Hale cannot let frustration set in for her. Kimura lock is locked in. This is what Liv Morgan tapped out to on Monday. Well, look, Raquel Rodriguez, goddammit. Goddammit. Pulling the referee out of the ring again. And Thea Hale lets go of the Kimura lock. God damn it, Raquel Rodriguez. Thea Hale needs to keep her attention on Liv Morgan. Wait, look at the ramp. Jordynne Grace. Taking out Raquel. Who would have thought that? If you would have asked me at WrestleMania if Jordynne Grace would have came to the aid of Thea Hale, I would have said you're insane. Jordynne Grace running Raquel into the barricade, now throwing her into some chairs. Jesus Christ. Mike Rome and our security have to get out of the way here, our bellkeeper. Jordynne Grace dispatching of Raquel Rodriguez. Matchup still going on underway here. Liv Morgan catching Thea Hale, slipping into a guillotine choke. She has it cranked. She has the guillotine choke cranked. Will Thea Hale tap out? Thea Hale able to fight out of it with some right hands, pushing Liv Morgan off top of her. Liv Morgan trying to go for a right hand. Thea Hale catching the arm of Liv Morgan. Kimura lock is locked in again. Will Liv Morgan tap? Liv Morgan writhing in pain. Will Liv tap? Oh, Liv Morgan unhooking the grapevine. Finding a way out, back elbow counter. Springboard drop kick, got it. I don't know how beat up that arm is of Liv, but goddamn, it's taken some damage over the past 6 days. Oblivion out of nowhere. Oblivion to Thea Hale. 1, 2. Kick out from Thea. Sorry, I can't clap. Unbiased. My bad. I gotta be unbiased. Kick out there from Thea Hale. What a main event match this has been. Liv Morgan calling for Thea Hale to get up to her feet. Maybe looking for a drop kick, missile style again. Got all of it. Liv Morgan, her plan went out of the window. She tried to use Raquel Rodriguez as a means to escape the Kimura, in the way she did, but it backfired. Trying to maybe use Raquel as a means of victory. Big kick in the midsection there from Liv Morgan. It did open her up to maybe getting back into this matchup here. A series of knees to the abdomen of Thea Hale. But who's able to fight out of it, kick Liv off of her. Looking to steal a pin here. Maybe she can get it. 1, 2. Ooh, 2 count. Almost a 1.9 to be honest, but 2 count nonetheless. Springboard senton. It wasn't pretty, but goddamn, it was effective. Just hurling her body right at Liv Morgan and laying her out. Goodness gracious. Big kick in the midsection. This match has gotten grimy. This match has gotten dirty real quick. Tilt-a-whirl. DDT got all of it. Middle of the ring, nowhere near the ropes, looking for the cover. 1, 2. Liv Morgan able to kick out even after referee Jessica Carr was slapping her in the face. Thea Hale in full control. Wait, what the hell is going on the ramp? What the hell? Who the hell is that? God damn it, that's that jackass Dominic damn Dirty Mysterio. What the hell is he doing? On the apron, catching the attention of Thea Hale. God damn, what the hell is Dom doing out here? Thea Hale, right hand, drop kicking him off the apron. Thea Hale taking out whoever the hell she has to retain her Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan rolling up Thea Hale. Go for the pin, looking to steal it. 1, 2. Liv Morgan doing whatever she has to walk out as Women's World Champion. Codebreaker recoil. Another pin. Going for another pin. 1, 2. Thea Hale kicks out again. The fight, the determination from this champion, from this kid. They said she was too young to be world's champion. She's showing you that youth means a damn when it comes to being the world's champion. Counter there from Thea Hale. Looking for the Oblivion! Caught by Thea. Thea Hale was caught with the Oblivion. 1, 2. God damn it, Liv Morgan is your new women's world champion.
Here is your winner, and WWE Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan.
And all it took was Raquel Rodriguez and that damn Dominic Mysterio. And Liv Morgan is your new women's world champion. God damn it. Thea Hale fought, scratched and clawed to do whatever she could to fight against the forces that Liv Morgan had in store, but it wasn't enough. And she is your new world champion.